Okay, welcome back in. I'm now going to be reviewing Friday's action from the Major League Baseball season. There were 14 games on tap, therefore 2018 for a W. Starting in Detroit as the Kansas City Royals were playing a visit to the Tigers. KC would shut out Detroit. 8-0 would be the final score, improving their record to 17-10. After the loss, the Tigers are 14-12. Seth Lugo got his fourth win of the season. He's now 4-1, while Reese Olson is still winless on the year. He's 0-4. The A's were starting up a series with the Baltimore Orioles. They would actually come away with a 3-2 road win. They're now sitting at 11-16. After the loss, the Orioles are 16-9. Mitch Spence picked up his first win of the season. He's now 1-1, while Jacob Webb is 0-1. Mason Miller would pick up his sixth save for the Athletics. The Los Angeles Dodgers were starting a series with the Toronto Blue Jays, and they would blow the Jays out of the ballpark. 12-2 would be the final score, improving their record to 17-11. After the loss, the Jays are now a game below 500 with a 13-14 margin. Gavin Stone got his second win of the season, as he is now 2-1, while Chris Bastide is now 2 games below 500 on the season. He has a 2-4 record. The St. Louis Cardinals went into New York to take on the Mets. They would actually double up the Mets. 4-2 would be the final score. With the win, they're now just 2 games below 500 with a 12-14 record. After the loss, the Mets are 13-12. Nicolas is 2-3 as a starter, while Jose Botu is 0-1. Ryan Helsley picked up his 8th save for the Cardinals. The Washington Nationals took on the Miami Marlins. The Nationals would win this contest. 3-1 would be the final score. With that, they're now 11-14. After the loss, the Marlins are now 15 games below 500 with a 6-21 record. Derek Law is 1-0 as a starter. Calvin Foucher is 1-1 after the loss, and Kyle Finnegan got his 8th save for Washington. The Chicago Cubs were starting a series with the Boston Red Sox, and boy oh boy did they win unanimously. 7-1 would be the final score, improving the record to 17-9. After the loss, the Red Sox are 14-13. With the I'm trying to pronounce his name correctly. Shota Immanogana got his 4th win of the season for the Cubs, while Cutter Crawford, after the loss, is 1-1. The Cleveland Guardians were starting out a series with the Atlanta Braves. The Braves would win this contest. 6-2 would be the final score, improving their record to 18-6. And despite the loss, the Guardians are 18-8. Chris Sale got his 3rd win of the season. He's now 3-1. Logan Allen suffered his first loss as a starter. He is 3-1 as well. The Tampa Bay Rays were starting out a series with the Chicago White Sox, and the White Sox would actually come away with a bit of an upset in this contest. 9-4 would be the final score. With the win, there's still 18 games below 500 with a 4-22 margin. After the loss, the Tampa Bay Rays are 13-14. Chris Flexton is 1-3 as a starter. He got his first win of the season, while Zach Eflin is 1-2 after the loss. The Texas Rangers were playing host to the Cincinnati Reds, starting off a series with them. Final score would be 2-1, a low-scoring affair. With the win, Texas is now 14-13. After the loss, the Reds are 14-12. Jose Leclerc got his 2nd win of the season. He is now 2-2, while Lucas Sims is 1-1. Kirby Yates got his 4th save for the Rangers. The Milwaukee Brewers were taking on the New York Yankees to kick off this series with them. The Brewers would win this one, a high-scoring affair, but close. 7-6 would be the final score. With the win, Milwaukee is now sitting at 17-8, and despite the loss, the Yankees are 17-10. Jared Keong is 2-0 as a starter, while Michael Tonkin suffered his 3rd loss of the year. He is now 1-3. The Minnesota Twins are taking on the Los Angeles Angels. They would come away with a road victory in this matchup. 5-3 would be the final score. With that win, they're now just 1 game below 500 with a 12-13 margin. After the loss, the Angels are 10-16. Bailey Ober got his 2nd win of the season. He's now 2-1, while Patrick Sandoval is 1-4 after the loss. Caleb Felber got his first save for the Twins. The Arizona Diamondbacks were starting a series with the Seattle Mariners. The Mariners would get a 6-1 win over the Diamondbacks, improving to 14-12, while the Diamondbacks are 12-15 after the loss. Emerson Hancock is 3-2 as a starter, while Zach Gallen suffered the loss. He is also 3-2. The Philadelphia Phillies were kicking off a series against the San Diego Padres. They would win in big fashion. 9-3 would be the final score, improving their record to 17-10 on the season, while the Padres are now 14-15 after the loss. Aaron Nola is 4-1 as a starter. Joe Musgrove is 3-3 after the loss. And the Pittsburgh Pirates were kicking off their series with the San Francisco Giants. San Fran would actually shut out Pittsburgh 3-0 with the win. Both of these teams are now 13-14. Camilo Doval is 2-0 as a starter for San Francisco, while David Bednar is 1-2 after the loss. Okay, that takes care of Friday's action from the Major League Baseball season. As always, if you're new to this channel and you like this type of content, please feel free to hit the sub button. I'd be very grateful and very appreciative. Until next time, take care.